Hi, good morning. Welcome to Amber's Garden Corner. I'm Amber, and today we're going to explore what some of the things that are going on. As you know, we put my automatic watering system, and as luck would have it, it just turned on. That has been working well. These sprinkler heads seem to do a lot better with the watering as opposed to, I have over here drip irrigation, which I'm not overly happy with. I think for a drier bed it would work really well, but one of the problems I've been finding is I don't think it's getting quite enough water as it should and need. A little experiment going on here. I broke up this very big branch of a tomato, and it was super thick, as you can see, and I just replanted it in the ground, and it's blooming and going. As you can see, the sprinkler is working very well. I'm a little bit less happy though with the drip line, so we'll have to my see. Jerusalem artichokes are, I don't know, would think that they were doing a lot better. I might try giving these a feeding, see how they go. If nothing else, it'll give me something to plant for next year. My roses that I propagated are, when I got back, I give them a heavy pruning, and as you can see, there's just buds everywhere. She has totally gone crazy for this spot, which I knew because it's a very good sun spot, which I wanted to save for my vegetables. And she's growing amongst the tomatoes and the chives. And in the back there, I have snow peas, which have been producing like mad all year this year. We have a bunch of tomatoes. So my snow peas have been going much longer than I expected this year. Mostly because it might warm up and then cool it back down, and it's been up and down, and a lot of the down, so I think that's kept my snow peas going most of all summer so far. I have had a few die back, but one of the tips I wanted to say is on your snow peas, you want to make sure you get in there and really prune them. Well, not prune them, but harvest them for the peas. Because once the peas start making pods, the plant will slow down on production. So if you keep up on them, they'll keep producing. So let me get that, and that'll be done. One of the other things you want to watch out for your peas is when you harvest them, use some scissors or clippers or whatever you use for harvesting that's for food only, and go ahead and let's see if I can do this. And take it and clip it. Now, what you don't want to do is to tear it off or to rip it, because peas are very sensitive, and if you overly stress them when you're picking and harvesting, they'll actually die. But if you're careful and continue, they will keep producing lovely peas for you to eat throughout the season. Okay, so now dealing with your green beans. Very similar. You want to have them long, not too small, but good before they really start plumping up. and then go ahead and harvest them the same way as you do the peas so that they'll keep reproducing. On a side note, I like to have them about that long and the thickness before I harvest them. Well, as you can see, there's some of my green beans and more snow peas, and I have a dandelion. So let's go over into another bed and harvest some carrots. Well, my collards, which are a little worse for wear now, but what I've been doing is I prune these down, pull off the shoots, and this is fed to the chickens, which gives a good source of calcium and all the good collard vitamins. And I have carrots and garlic in here. And I should note that I have been harvesting these every day for 2 months now. I thin as I go. It gives me a snack. Usually it's my breakfast or an evening snack. And I move on. So and then I just rebury the hole so anything next to it will continue to grow. And 2 nice little carrots for a snack. Although I'm thinking about doing a pot roast. So maybe I'll get another one, which is a different variety. These guys are nice and thick. Let's see, this guy. There we go. Some carrots for snack and dinner. Again, I will pull off the tops and I will feed that to the chickens. I got fresh vegetables and fresh eggs. All the goodies from Homegrown here. And I'll take you back in just a second. I have a birdie hen that I have had some eggs marked, and I'm a little worried. I might have to check them out. She wasn't sitting on them, but she might have gotten kicked off. So my hen, I've just kicked her off. She's out having a drink and something to eat. Has been sitting on these eggs for the last 2 weeks now. I candled them about 5 days ago and marked them so they don't get mixed up. She's got 16 eggs here. There's a couple questionable, but most everything else was viable at the time. We've been dealing with a lot of lawyers and doctor's appointments and bank appointments and all kinds of appointments. We got sold our house in Maryland and been closing on all the mortgages so that we're all paid up. Yay us. A lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices. For those who are striving for that, good luck. It's well worth it. So when she's off usually feeding or getting something to drink, I'll come in and check the eggs a couple at a time, which is how I did it so it doesn't disturb her too much. Yesterday I had a bunch of appointments and I get out to catch the eggs and she was sitting on some of the other eggs, so I'm hoping she didn't abandon these. Well, we'll see. I'll check the viability later. Well, and we've been doing lots of work on the free range fence. Let's go check that out. Okay, so we've got the posts in, fence up, the wall down there, help with a retaining wall. Going up, it'll go one more level up. I ran out of boards. I'll show you some grapevines that I've been propagating. They will eventually go here, and I'll have a arbor going up to connect to that so that they can grow over that. I had one of the last of my sunflowers that poor guy got blown over in the wind and the stem broke, and two stems started coming up. That was the last to get planted. And in my driveway there was a black-eyed Susan that went up. I don't know if it'll survive, but I have planted it over here. Hopefully it'll survive enough to get some seeds and replant that area. There'll be a gate here that Mark will be making up, and I'll help him. And we'll be putting a gate here so that I can open that up to give access to the girls for the slope, so they can keep it trimmed down, and lots of bugs and goodies and elderberries and blackberries, and there's raspberries and other things for them to nibble on here. And the turkeys. I believe we got a hen here. And 2 toms. And of course my chicks from my breeders. And she's looking good. And I have about 5 chickens I need to process. If anybody's interested in seeing a processing video, let me know. I could do something like that. And now, of course, we have the compost, which it's all attached together. I need to put some wire down on the bottom. And this is the last part of the fence that needs to be done. That'll go that way. We're going to just actually use metal stakes probably for this one. This area in here. And have a door here for access. And of course, the retaining wall will go up by 2. My salmonberry patch over there, which really produced great this year, was delicious. Unfortunately, none of them made it home into the house. They were all eaten. Well, and as you know, my sign is weathering well. I still need to get some shellac on it. As you know, the deer decimated my rose bushes and ate them down. However, they are blooming again. Well, not blooming, but rebudding again. We have a couple buds coming in, so I might be able to get to see this variety actually bloom this year. This one has quite a few buds. And if you recall, I did a tip for the day, and that was putting burying banana peel into next to the rose bushes. And if you remember, it was kind of a lime green leaves. As you can see, they have perked up and are happy little campers. Well, I guess that is all for today. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. We love to hear from you. Have an awesome day.